Hello, everybody. My name is Daniel Strunk, and welcome to Iron Lung, the movie, the review. This one is, of course, a brand new horror movie that is being released upon the masses, and we are going to go and check it out, and we're going to talk about it. I think that's, as good a markiplier intro that I'm gonna do for this. Of course, my name is Daniel Strong. Welcome back to QuickTime Reactions, and yes, we have ourselves not only a double feature night, but we have a horror double feature night, which starts out with a success story that I never would have thought I would have been able to see. But yet, here we are. I am, of course, talking about Iron Lung, the directorial debut for Mark Fischbach, aka Markiplier. He not only directed this, he wrote it, he executive produced it, he edited it, and, of course, he also stars in it alongside Carolyn Rose Kaplan, Elsie Lovelock, Ella Lamont, Isaac McKee, Troy Baker, Mick Lauer, as well as a whole host of others. And it tells the story of a prisoner in the very distant future who is serving his time and also shaving time off of his sentence by heading into a submersible called the Iron Lung and basically doing reconnaissance on a planet that has an ocean of blood. But while down there, he may discover more than just what used to be there. So this movie is, of course, based off of the game of the same name by David Szymanski. I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. And like I said, this is probably the biggest success story in the world. I have been a huge fan of Mark's for a long time. Going back to, when he played FNAF and Happy Wheels. Like, I've been following him for that long. And, just seeing him evolve and, go through, all these games and all these horror games that he's played over the years. And then to stumble across Iron Lung and then to make that as his first movie, absolutely crazy. Of course, everyone knows about the story about the distribution. He was going to distribute it all on his lonesome, by himself, no studio help whatsoever. And he was going to release it to roughly 60 independent theaters across the U.S. However, the demand for this movie was insane. And sure enough, Cinemark picked it up, Regal picked it up, AMC picked it up, and it spread like wildfire. And when I saw it last, I think they were over like 4,000 theaters worldwide, which is absolutely insane. And again, such a success story for Mark. But for those thinking that this is his first rodeo around a big project, you are mistaken, because I've seen his other big projects on his YouTube channel. Date with Markiplier, Heist with Markiplier, Who Killed Markiplier, and quite possibly, to me, what is movie caliber is In Space with Markiplier, both parts. Genuinely, all those projects are really, really good and stand on their own 2 feet, and shows that Mark has an eye for not only writing really good narrative stories, but also directing it in such a way. So, coming into this, even before that, there was a series that was released on Amazon, Edge of Sleep, based on the podcast of the same name. Mark was in that, and he also showed off his chops of being a really good actor. Like, he was really good in Edge of Sleep. And so, heading into this, I had all sorts of hopes in the world. And they were matched and then some. This movie is really, really good. To start out with, it's just basically Mark inside of this submarine. And so you are with him 95% of the time in this movie. And it falls solely on his shoulders to carry out a really good performance that hooks people in. And I think he does that in spades. Like, his facial acting was really good. He got mad at the right times. He got sad at the right times, and was really good all throughout the movie. And it was really, really cool to see that. The production design looks like it was ripped straight out of the game, legitimately. And how everything was just a one-to-one kind of recreation of the game, absolutely incredible. The composer for this movie, Andrew Holschult, I hope I'm saying that last name correctly as well. I thought he did a really good job of capturing a sense of dread while also having an air of tension throughout the entirety of the runtime. It was a really good score, heightened at the exact right points it needed to, and then laid out at the other points that it needed to. It was really, really well done. But what impressed me the most was the cinematography, and the cinematographer in this was Philip Roy. And what he and Mark were able to do in such a tiny space, this isn't the biggest space in the world to have a camera be placed in here, or at least in my eyes, what I see as a movie camera. So the shots that they were able to get, like the punch ins onto the dash of the numbers just clicking away, the turning of dials and like punch ins really, really close to certain movements that Simon, which is the name of Mark's character, what he's doing is really, really good. And just certain POV shots from Simon's eyes, I thought were also really nice touches as well. I mentioned earlier that in the production design, like, it was ripped one-to-one from the game. Mark wasn't kidding when he said that they used a lot of blood in this. And if I remember correctly, he said that they broke the record for the most amount of blood used in a single movie. And I believed it. Because there were 2 points in which Mark was completely covered in blood. And if you remember, Mark had to go to the hospital because he had blood in his eyes. And so now you know the reason as to why. It was because of this movie. But yeah, he was just, at certain points, just caked in blood. In fake blood, I should say. And I don't know if I could be able to do that. Like maybe like a little fake blood like here and there, but not to the extent that he was covered in blood. Like it was crazy. But yeah, overall, I had a really, really fun time with this. Solid performance from Mark that really carried throughout the entire film. Really good score, really good writing by Mark as well. Cinematography was really, really cool. And it was an enjoyable movie. It was a really, really enjoyable movie. And if you have the chance to see this, please go and see this. Because literally, again, I must reiterate, it is one person releasing this. It's not a studio. It's not, a team. Well, it is a team of people releasing this, but it's one dude, one dude's vision of wanting to get this movie released, and he got it released. Like, go and support that kind of effort and initiative. And it's just incredible what he's been able to accomplish with this movie. So go and check it out for those reasons alone, but also the movie is also really good as well. But those are just my thoughts on Iron Lung. What did you guys think about the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. I think that'll be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.